In Solo Leveling, Sung Jin Woo used a genius training system that not only allowed him to build a ripped body, but also become wildly successful and rich. And I almost guarantee, if you follow the same system, you'll also be able to build the body of your dreams, achieve huge financial success, and conquer your life. Why am I so confident that this training system will work for you? Because it's the exact same system that people like Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Michael Phelps, Kobe Bryant, and even the vastly less famous Demers have all used this system to achieve huge financial, physical, and social success. And fun fact, this training system will work even better if you're a gamer, just saying. But for me to properly explain this system, we need to start from the beginning. At the start of Solo Leveling, Sung Jin Woo is a notoriously weak, inexperienced hunter who no one respects. To support his sister and sick mother, he's forced to do the Solo Leveling equivalent of working a dead-end job at IHOP.
Can I get a waffle?
He puts his life on the line over and over again, going into low-ranked dungeons that he's woefully unqualified to take on in order to provide for his family. Pretty much every time he would go into one of these dungeons, he would nearly die after getting into a scuffle with a low-level goblin that's armed with a rusty butter knife, or stubbing his toe on a particularly sturdy flower. Luckily, he would always survive these battles thanks to his superpower, simping. But as we all know, simping to survive gets real old real fast, and Sung Jin Woo was feeling the exact same way that a lot of us has felt at a certain point in our lives. He was sick and tired of feeling like such a burden. He desperately wanted to find a way to make something of himself, a way to become more capable so that he could protect and provide for those around him, and so that he could stop feeling like such a goddamn loser all the time. Luckily for Sung Jin Woo, in the early chapters of Solo Leveling, after nearly being chopped in half by the God Mode Statue of Liberty, his life is saved by a mysterious message asking if he'd like to become a player. He then blacks out, and when he wakes up in the hospital, he finds that while he was sleeping, someone grafted an invisible pair of Google goggles to his face. But more importantly, he's been given a secret power, a power that you, me, and everyone else in real life already possesses. And that power is the ability to level up. After gaining this ability, Sung Jin Woo could increase his stats by taking on dungeons, killing monsters, and by completing special and daily quests. His most famous daily quest is called Becoming One Punch Man, and it's a daily workout where he needs to complete 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and a 10-kilometer run. Now, this workout is nothing special besides the fact that its users spontaneously go bald. In fact, if you follow this program yourself every day, you would definitely not end up looking like Sung Jin Woo. But if that's your goal, don't worry, I've got you covered, because at the end of the video, I'll be giving you a full free training program that's specifically designed to get you a body like Sung Jin Woo as quickly as possible. And if you want access to a ton of other free 8 to 12 week science-based training programs made by me and other top fitness YouTubers, then make sure to click the link in the description or the pinned comment to download the free training app called Boost Camp. But back to the main point. It's not Sung Jin Woo's daily workout itself that is the key to huge success and a ripped body. It's the training system that this workout exists in that is so powerful. This system is in fact so powerful that years ago I accidentally started to use it to achieve amazing results in the gym and the type of financial freedom that's allowed me to buy property in one of the most expensive cities in Canada, travel the world for a full year, all while having thousands of dollars to invest in my business and the stock market each month. I know I'm starting to sound like the third Paul brother or some sort of scammy crypto bro, but I swear to God, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It really works if you put in the effort. When I was 18, I had the same goals that most 18-year-old guys have. I wanted to build 30 pounds of muscle, I wanted to get my powerlifting total up to over 1,000 pounds, and I wanted to become a millionaire. I pretty much dreamt of becoming Batman, but with slightly more living parents, much less eyeshadow, and a lot less money. Achieving these goals as quickly as possible was the only thing I cared about. I was in my Sigma grind set before being in a Sigma grind set was even a thing. Almost every single day, I would wake up, go hit the gym as hard as possible, and then I would put in anywhere from 8 to 14 hours as my job as a line cook at the old spaghetti factory. With this kind of work ethic, you'd imagine I was making some pretty serious progress towards my goals, hey? But the truth is, I would only stay consistent with that kind of routine for around a month or two before getting frustrated and burnt out. I was so singularly focused on reaching my big 3 goals that I would constantly check my progress. I would test my 1-rep maxes on my lifts pretty much every week, I would weigh myself every day, and I would check my bank account every few hours. And even though I was seeing progress, 20 pounds to my powerlifting total here, a few pounds of muscle on the scale here, and a few hundred extra bucks in my bank account there, I was always so far away from my ultimate goal that every time I checked, I felt like a failure. I felt just like Sung Jin Woo did before unlocking the powers of the system, constantly taking on challenge after challenge, but never feeling like I was getting anywhere. What was worse is that as these feelings of frustration with my slow progress grew, I would turn to more and more risky, quick fix strategies to reach my goals. I would max out my lifts in the gym more often. I would stuff as many calories as possible into my mouth, and I would spend what little money I was able to save on get-rich-quick schemes like day trading courses, penny stock investing, and cryptocurrencies. But as I poured more and more time and effort into these quick fixes, the only thing I was getting more of were injuries, more body fat, and a smaller bank account. In fact, chasing after my goals like a reckless dumbass eventually caused me to sustain a knee injury that took 4 years to heal, and at one point it also caused me to lose $40,000, which was my entire life savings at the time. To this day, thinking about losing all that money kills me. With that amount of cash, I could have bought myself a home gym, a sick new car, or even better, a single jar of Gamer Girl bathwater. But instead, my dumbass wasted it. So I was putting in 12 hours a week in the gym and 50 plus hours a week at work, and not only was I making very little forward progress, oftentimes I was actively moving backwards. But then one day while I was going down the YouTube rabbit hole, and probably watching some 3-hour documentary about why the Panama Canal, bananas, and the ever-increasing price of lumber is going to start World War III. While I was down that rabbit hole, I saw this video of the GOAT, Kobe Bryant, and I swear to God, this shit set me straight.
The daily grind of it and putting the puzzle together. It seems like this generation seems to be really concerned with the end result of things versus understanding, appreciating the journey to get there, which is the most important. The trials and tribulations that come along with it. You have successes, you have failures, but it's all part of the end,
right? The
end game. And what I see a lot of time from young players is, they'll try, they'll push, and all of a sudden they get hit with some adversity. Nah, let me do something else. Instead of staying with it, you just stay with it.
Exactly.
A lot of guys just kind of give up on it because it's not happening now.
Hearing him say this hit me hard, as I was the exact kid who only thought about the final destination and ignored the process that would actually get me there. So this made me start doing a ton of research on how to grow to love the process instead of being so obsessed with the end goal. And that's where I stumbled upon the very same system that allowed Sung Jin Woo to actually become so powerful. I just didn't know that this system was from solo leveling at the time. In solo leveling, Sung Jin Woo is given the ability to level up and get stronger. But the system that gave Sung Jin Woo the ability to level up didn't just give him the power and let him loose on the world to find his own path. Sung Jin Woo had a long journey ahead of him if he wanted to become a powerful hunter in the world of solo leveling. And this is exactly why this system provided him with very clear direction in the form of daily and spontaneous quests and dungeons to clear. This way, Sung Jin Woo didn't have to focus on the discouraging fact that his ultimate goal might be months, years, or decades away. He can just focus on what's right in front of him and within his control, which is completing today's dungeon or daily quest. And every time he completes one of these small objectives, he experiences one of the best, most motivating feelings known to mankind. No, not that one, you perverts. I'm talking about victory. Victory is an incredibly motivating feeling. It boosts your self-esteem and makes you think to yourself, if I could handle that challenge and come out ahead, what else can I take on? So if you want a steady stream of motivation constantly running through your veins, then you need to be getting as much victory into your life as possible. It sounds obvious, but people, including a younger version of myself, are denying themselves this secret sauce when all they think about is their long-term goals and aspirations. When you set a lofty goal like becoming a powerful hunter, making $1 million, or gaining 30 pounds of muscle, and you become obsessed with achieving that outcome, you're setting yourself up to only feel that sweet, sweet feeling of victory when you ultimately achieve your goal months or maybe years down the line. Not only that, but every day that you wake up and you're not a rich, jacked, sexy hunter with mountains of disposable income and WRIZ, you're gonna feel like a failure. But you can only be happy once you reach your ultimate goal. And obviously, you can only handle these negative emotions for so long before you just give up on the whole thing. But okay, come on. What kind of idiot would do things like that? This idiot, me. I am that, at least I was that idiot. Until I stopped thinking like Paris and I started thinking like Sung Jin Woo. In other words, I stopped being so focused on the outcome and I started being focused on the process. I took my lofty long-term goals of gaining 30 pounds of muscle, hitting a 1,000-pound powerlifting total, and becoming a millionaire, and broke them down into the daily processes, or you could also call them the daily quests, that when done consistently would eventually see me achieving my dreams. I took the goal of gaining 30 pounds of muscle and turned it into this, and turned it into the process-based goal of hitting my protein target and eating in a 250 calorie surplus every day. I took my goal of hitting a 1,000-pound powerlifting total and turned it into the daily quest of consistently and accurately following my 4-day-a-week workout plan. And becoming a millionaire turned into the daily process of spending 30 minutes a day learning or doing something that will increase my earning potential. Just like Sung Jin Woo, I'd given myself these process-based goals, aka daily quests, that I know if I complete on the regular, I will eventually reach my goals. There were no more feelings of discouragement or disappointment when I stepped on the scale or checked my bank account, because I knew as long as I kept completing my daily quests and stacking up those small victories, I would eventually reach my long-term goals. This way, every day felt like a victory instead of feeling like a failure. So if you're sick of feeling like you're a failure, or that you're stuck in a rut and making painfully slow progress towards your goals, you need to stop thinking about them. That's right. You need to stop thinking about your goals and start thinking about the daily processes and the daily quests that will get you to them. Throw out your goal of making $100,000 a year and instead set the daily quest of practicing or reading about a skill for 1 hour a day that will increase your income. Forget about your vague goal of getting into shape and set the daily quest that you're gonna have 4 high protein meals a day. And fuck setting the goal of being more productive in 2024, whatever that means, and instead set the daily quest of going to bed and waking up at the same time each day. At the end of the day, there are 2 roads to your long-term goals and dreams. The first is paved with years of adversity, frustration, and defeat. And the second is paved with years of stacking small wins, a motivating sense of progress, and the feeling of victory. It'll take a shit ton of hard work to reach the end of either road, because nothing good in life comes easy. But if you focus on the process and completing your daily quests, like Sung Jin Woo, you're going to be a hell of a lot more likely to reach your goals, and you'll be a hell of a lot more happy along the way. Now, to start you on the process of building a lean, ripped body like Sung Jin Woo, I've created a full free training plan that you can download 100% for free by clicking the link down below. All I ask is that you give this video a like in return. Now, if you want to learn more about how to become a jacked athlete, then go check out my video on Koji Fushiguro and how he would train in real life. I'll see you there.